From a big walking joke to a badass warrior king. Talking about myself, of course. What is going on, Drawing 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today we are going to be tackling Aquaman from his very own movie, Aquaman. Real quick, you guys, on this channel I make a lot of step-by-step drawing tutorial videos of your favorite fictional characters, so if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that notification bell, and don't forget to hit that like button as well. If you guys didn't know, I do have tutorials for the comic book Aquaman and the Justice League Aquaman now already on my channel. Be sure to check the description of this video for both of those, but this version that we're doing right here is the kind of like the classic comic look, which is the gold slash orangey looking scale armor that he's got, and like the green pants. So that's essentially what this is, but of course it's from the Aquaman movie. Very excited. I haven't seen it yet. I love the casting of Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I mean, if you want to take a character who's kind of like a big joke and make it super serious, one that you want people to take seriously, then Jason Momoa is definitely the actor for that. The only downside I see of Jason Momoa as Aquaman is that he is no longer able to play Lobo, which I think he would have been perfect for. Can you imagine Jason Momoa as Lobo? That would have been awesome. Anyway, back to Aquaman. Before you start, be sure to read the description of this video. Down there, you'll find a list of my drawing tools, some tips to succeed in your drawing as you're following this tutorial, how to make tutorial suggestions if you have any, and best of all, a link to a free coloring page that is based on this tutorial. And having said all of that, you guys, grab your drawing tools. Let's get to the tutorial.
My ability to talk with fish is of no help, Wonder Woman.
All right, you guys, let's get started with our Aquaman tutorial. I've got my paper in portrait mode because we are going to be drawing him full body. So let's go ahead, you guys, and get started. And keep in mind, you guys, I have simplified a few things, so I'll be adding like fewer details on some of these things, and I'll let you guys know when we come across them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first draw a circle. It's going to be a tiny one. I'm going to draw it kind of like right around here. So about this far from the top, right here. And that's going to be where we're going to put the head. I'm going to draw it a little bit smaller than needed, because I really want to make sure that our picture fits within our page. Okay, so there's the head right there, there's the circle, and then I'm going to bring 2 lines down and then bring it this way, and this is going to be the jaw right there. Okay, so there's our head. I'm going to draw a line going down. Now he's going to have his body kind of leaning a little more towards this way. So let's do that as well. Okay, I'm going to draw the shoulders here and here. And then I'm going to draw the chest line right around here. Okay, and then I'm going to draw just the center line like this. Okay, so you notice that it's pointed closer this way. All right, there you go. I'm going to draw a line across right here. And then I'm going to start drawing the chest, and that's going to be more or less a square, and this one is going to be more or less a rectangle. So this is a square, this is a rectangle. Okay, and then this is going to go in, and then right here we're going to have the back line start right here, and then it gets narrow and then down like this. All right, and then I'm going to close that off right here. So you want to make sure that when you're drawing your Aquaman, you want to make sure that the torso isn't too big or anything like that. So this is going to be the waistline essentially. I'm going to turn it into a V shape because that is what happens to, well, that is what's going to happen later on when we draw Aquaman's belt. Okay, and then, all right, so let's keep going here. We've got our chest right here pretty much. Okay, I'm just going to round these off right here so that you guys got the you get the proper chest. And let me zoom in slightly. Shoulder right here, and then shoulder right here. Okay, this shoulder is going to be showing a little bit more than this one, so this one's going to be a little bit smaller than this right here. Bicep here, little tricep right there. Okay, and then this one's going to stick out a little bit more, so bicep's going to come out like this. So this goes this way, and then we're going to have him holding his trident. And then on this side, he's going to have his arms kind of just sticking out like this. All right, there you go. So we're just going to draw the skeleton for now. So his arms go this way and this way. And then right here, we're going to draw the crotch. It's a good spot for it. Let me just double up on this line right here because the belt is going to be there. And again, you guys, if you feel like I'm going too fast, feel free to pause this video and make sure that you guys are on pace with me, because we all draw at different speeds. So not sure how fast you guys draw, but this is how fast I draw. So unfortunately, you guys will have to adjust to my video. Okay, there you go. So we've got our crotch right here. I want to keep that in mind as we draw the legs. So let's kind of draw an underwear. This goes in, this goes in. There you go. He's kind of like wearing a thong here. And then let's draw the thighs. Now the thighs are going to be about that far down. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now we really want to make sure that he's going to have his weight kind of more on this leg than this one right here, which means that we want to put this leg beneath him. So it's going to curve like this with a thigh cut right there. And then this leg is going to kind of lean out a little bit more like this, okay? Looks a little weird right now, you guys, bear with me. Okay, here, let's draw the thigh from here. So it starts up here, goes down, and then this goes this way and then down, like that. Okay, let's go back here. Now let's kind of draw this right here. So it goes like this. So those are the thighs. Just adjusting the things as I go, because what you want to do is you also want to keep in mind the rest of the body. As you add more stuff, you want to make sure that your proportions are correct. And I'm finding that I feel like my neck is a little too short now, so I'm probably going to adjust that. So, I mean, feel free to do the same, you guys. And for me, like, the neck part isn't that big of a deal. He will have a beard anyway, so the beard's going to cover a lot of it. Okay, there you go. So just readjusting everything so that it looks proportional. Always good to take a step back, always keeping those proportions in mind. Okay, and then here, we got the knee here covered somewhere. Here's the knee right here. And then this goes in, this kind of goes out and then in like this, up to there. Don't make it as long as the thigh, you want to keep it a little bit shorter. Same thing over here. And also you want to make sure that this right here is more or less from here to here about the same length as the torso. So you want to make sure that, you know, they're roughly the same. Okay, so this goes wide and then narrow right away. Gets cut off right there. Oops, sorry, you guys can't see that. There you go. So this is what I mean. It gets cut off here and right here. Just going to extend this going down. Extend this one going down. And then this goes outward to make a foot. And this goes not too far outward because it's facing the center more. So you guys notice how this is more sideways and this kind of is a little short, a lot more short than this one. Okay, there you go. So that's the bottom. Now over here, forearm, you go wide, narrow. And you notice how it sort of changes directions here. It curves slightly, so there you go. Cut off right there, about a quarter of the way to the thigh, if you divide it into 3 sections here. And then I'm just going to draw a square right here, right now. Okay, so this kind of pretty much makes a straight line, and then the square sticks out this way. And then same thing over here. I'm going to draw a square where the fingers are going to be holding the trident, thumb right here. Okay, and then from that, I'm drawing the forearm, connecting it to the arm like this. Okay, there you go. I think I may have made that a little too long in comparison to this. So you want to make sure that your arms are proportional as well. That's okay. All right, now that we have that, I'm going to kind of roughly draw. This is the closest ruler I've got on me, so I'm going to kind of roughly draw where I want that trident. So it's going to be right around here, right? So you want it to go through the fingers, going up like this, and you want the bottom of the trident to be aligned with the feet. So right here, it sort of makes this arrow shape. You guys can do that now. Okay, and then like that. Okay, and then at the top here, right around the top of his head is when the trident kind of starts splitting into 3. So you want to keep that in mind. So bring that up like that. Okay, so here's the topmost point, and then the other 2 points are going to be lower than that point. So here and here, find 2 spots, and then kind of make this U shape. Okay, and then we'll reshape that a little bit later on. Triangles over here for now. Same thing here. And then it just goes down like this. Okay, and then there you go. There's our Aquaman outline. I'm going to grab a new pencil. Always have them sharp. Once we have the outline right here, then we're ready to go. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in, and let's first work on drawing the face. Okay, the face, and then kind of like the torso. There you go. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. And with this, you guys don't worry about making the face look like the actor, like Jason Momoa. Don't worry about that too much. If you worry about that, then you're just not going to be satisfied with your drawing. So try to just get the likeness of it. You know, the basic features. He's got the long curly hair that's like wet and soaking. It's got the beard. It's got the scar above the eyebrow, or scar on the eyebrow kind of thing. So let's go and do that. And let me actually zoom in, or bring myself closer here. And he's going to be looking down. Okay, so first I'm going to draw the nose. Nose line is right there. So once you have the nose, you kind of figure out where the eyes go. The eyes go right around here. Okay, once you have the eyes, then you kind of get an idea where the hair is going to go. So it's going to be right there. Okay, so the nose, I'm going to just make it simple. I'm going to draw it like a V. That's it. Okay, I'm going to draw like the bridge of the nose coming down as well, like that. Okay, now I'm going to draw the eyebrows. Eyebrows are going to go above the eye line, and I'm kind of just giving them some mean, angry brows. So it's kind of goes up and then down like this. So it goes up and then down like there. Okay, he does have like a scar right here on this eyebrow, so you kind of want to make that a little bit more prominent right there. Okay, eyes are going to be right here. My eyes are going to be a little flatter at the top and then rounded at the bottom. So it's going to look like this. That's what I'm going to try to do for the eyes. Okay, so this small part right here is for the center, or towards the center, and then it gets wider on the outside. Okay. You'll want to make sure that you're drawing it in the exact same distance from the center. And drawing this this small, I find this is pretty small for my pencil, especially. Sometimes I just, especially with Aquaman, it's easy to just not draw the pupils and just make it simple. Because if you draw the pupils, it might mess up a little bit. So I'm probably just going to leave the pupils and not draw them. So there. Okay, so here you go. Might take you guys a while to draw that, but take your time. Okay, cheek, right there. So imagine the cheek kind of goes down like this. All right. Make the head a little bit smaller. And then now start right here and kind of start drawing the mustache. That turns into a beard. So the mustache first kind of goes right around there, and then I'm going to draw a lower lip just as a U shape. Oops. May have made it a little too big. There you go. So now let's give that mustache some thickness. And also you want the beard to sort of go down a little bit down there. Okay, and don't forget some hair underneath the lip there. So, and you kind of want them to sort of come together to make a point right around there. Okay, so now let's continue this, going to the cheek, going to the sides of the face here. And as you do that, you also want to make sure that you got your jaw shape a little bit figured out, you know. Ear. Right now it kind of looks like Kratos because he doesn't have any hair. Okay, there you go. And then there's a part a little bit to the right of center, so right there. I'm going to bring it a little bit higher up like this, so it's higher than the tip of the head here. And then from the hairline, just bring it to the top, slick it back. And again, I'm not too worried about making my Aquaman look like Jason Momoa, Khal Drogo. More worried, you know, just about making sure that he looks the part. That if you look at it, you'll know, oh man, that's Aquaman right there. Okay, so there you go. Just hair slicked back. As I go down, it gets a little curlier. There you go. There. So there's our Aquaman. He's a little bit soaked by the water. And now let's start working on the scales, which is fitting for the character, because I mean that's what his comic book look is like the orange gold scales. And also because if you're Aquaman, you would have scales because, you know, fish and all. Okay, so with the scales, we're going to divide the body into several parts, and these several parts are going to kind of determine how the scales flow. And this right here is going to be a little bit tedious, and it might take a while. We'll just figure it out as we go along. Actually, when I did the initial sketch of this, it did take a while because I was taking my sweet time. But anyway, what I'm doing right now, I drew the neck kind of V for the collar, and then I'm drawing kind of how the scale flows. So I'm dividing this into the collar part, and then the chest here. Okay, let me just erase that. So these two chest pieces, okay, one here and one here, and then there's like this center line that goes down. This is, by the way, this reference photo I'm using is from the poster, so if you guys just Google Aquaman movie poster, I'm sure you'll find this image. Okay, right here and here, I'm going to draw kind of like the rib cage kind of goes that way. Okay, and then imagine it going this way as well. And then abs go down, and then we divide it into 6, 2, 6. There's the 6-pack. Okay, so we've got our body divided, and might as well do the shoulders. Here we go. There's the shoulder right there. Made a little tip over here along the bicep. Okay, and then here I'm going to draw like this teardrop shape for the bicep. And then here's the back. And then right here, bicep. Divide it right here. And then here's the shoulder. Okay, and then I'm going to do a V shape right here. And this goes that, and then bring it back into the glove. And I'm going to simplify the design of this glove, but for the most part, that's how it looks. Okay, so right now we're worried about the scales. Okay, and then right here, you don't really see where it starts to divide. You do see it go like this, and then go back like this. So pointy elbow, it goes like that. Okay, there you go. So once we have that, grab another pencil and start working on lines. And that's the key, is drawing these lines. And then we draw the scales later on. So lines here for the collar, goes like that. Okay, and then this right here, I'm going to draw these lines going across. So this might be a pain in the butt to ink later on. We'll see how I haven't really figured out how to ink it yet. Okay, and then from here it kind of goes like this. So these lines, I'm drawing them lightly, by the way. That's going to be where and how we're going to draw those scales in a bit. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom in. That's the furthest I can zoom in with this setup. But essentially, I'm just creating like these half circle shapes going across like this, and then more half circle shapes. And the way that you do it, if you do the half circles, it looks like this, and then you want to go from center of this circle to the center of that half circle. So it looks like that, like that. Okay, and then you keep going. So that's pretty much how you do it. And I'm actually making it bigger than I should, so I might have to readjust it a little bit later on, but I'm not too worried about it yet. So you guys just go ahead and draw the scales that way. So just follow along with the directions that I told you. Remember to try to keep these scales consistent in size. You don't want them to like start looking huge, you know what I mean? So if you keep these lines similar in width, you should be able to have these scales similar in size. And I'm just going to speed this up right here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to worry about making it look better when I start inking it. So I'm just speeding it up here. And this is where you guys can pause the video and work at your own pace, or slow down the video and hear me talk really funny. I'm finding that my scales are looking a little bit big, so I might have to adjust it again. Okay, so it looks like that, and then right here as well. Because once you have this, then you do the same thing everywhere. So this is where it gets tedious. So we divided our paper into several parts. That's so that you can do this, right? So just do one section at a time as you go. Okay. So this isn't really sped up. This is me just kind of drawing the scales a little faster and less careful than I really want to. I just want to get through this step. And you guys, like I said, pause the video so you guys can get to doing this step yourself at a pace that works for you. And if you guys want to do the same thing I'm doing right now, feel free to do that as well. Right here, just be very careful, because you know, if this is all gold, it starts to look like corn. So you want to be careful that you don't draw Aquaman wearing corn. Okay, these go across like this, just dividing it. Again, one area at a time. There you go. There you go. And there you go. And then you just keep going. And I'm going to probably fast forward this part. Okay, now as I'm drawing this, I'm kind of darkening and adding a little bit more shadow to these areas and making these lines a little bit more prominent. The abs here, the chest, so that they don't disappear in our detailed scales. So there. Okay. Now, that's pretty much it, and I think that's going to be the most detailed part of our drawing. Now I'm going to simplify the rest, probably. I mean, we've already kind of simplified that part too. Okay, now I'm going to draw the Aquaman symbol, and that symbol is going to be, start right here, sort of comes out like a triangle, and then curves in like this. All right, and then inside, curve, curve. There's our A right there. I'll make that one a little bit thicker. And then kind of just two lines going down the center of it. Okay, you got the belt. That's kind of it sticks out a little bit. So it goes like that. Okay, I'm going to draw a line going down the center. And then basically like an arrow shape, like this. And then this one going in the opposite direction, those arrows kind of pointing towards the aqua symbol, Aquaman symbol, there. He does have like this crotch piece. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to draw the crotch piece because it will start to look like a jock strap. So we're going to kind of ignore it for the sake of making this look a little bit better. I'm just going to draw the bottom part of the crotch right there. And then he's got like the skirt pieces. I've got my reference, one of my reference photos right here. Skirt piece right there, skirt piece right there. So let's draw those. Start right here. And kind of just up towards where the underwear is. So here and here. Draw a line from here going down and then towards the side like this. Okay, and same thing here on this side going down and then towards the side. Okay, so that's just a beginning part of it. Now we're going to divide it into 1, 2, 3. Sorry. There you go. The top part should be the biggest, and then these three should be the same. Okay, so 1, and then 2, 3, like that. And then as you bring it down, they sort of layer. See how it sort of layers one under the other? There you go. Same thing here. And there you go. So those are the skirt pieces for Aquaman. And Aquaman does have like details on the green part of his pants, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because I think we're just gonna, for the sake of time, we're just gonna leave it. Just erase a few of the guidelines here. All right, so zooming out, let's at least give him some leg what do you call it, leg muscles definition. So right here, that just goes in like that, and then here, and then like that, and then this kind of goes up. Okay, and then here, this goes like this. It's okay for now. I don't want to make it too, you know, too crazy. Okay, and then of course we'll work on these a little bit later on. Let's do the legs first, actually. Okay, so the legs are, after the knee, we're going to draw like this V shape that flares out towards the sides. Okay, and then if you kind of draw like a line going straight down the foot, looks like this, going down the leg, and then this goes to the side. So that's where that V is, and then I'm going to draw another V right here, and this goes out and then back in. Okay, and then we do the same thing here. So here's the V shape. And then on this side, it flares out as well. Okay, this goes in like that, and then just kind of sticks out a little bit more like this. Okay, so we're pretty much done with this area here. Just gonna clean up where the kneecap is. There you go. And I'm also going to simplify the boots. It's a little bit hard to see actually, the details of the boots. So I'm just gonna make it as simple, just to, you know, make this video a little bit shorter. Okay, this goes in like this. This goes in as well. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then here, it kind of goes down like that. Okay, and then just, there you go. This goes to the side. This goes down towards the front. Okay, and then from the center to bring this out to the side like this, and then again out like this. Okay, from here, kind of just goes, flares out like that. There you go. And then the foot is going to be, there's some scales to it and everything. There's some armor bits. The armor bits I'm going to draw like this, and then line across here. It goes like that. So here's like the sole part. And then some scales kind of go down. Just going to draw it like this. So this is scaly right here. And yeah, I drew lines going across and then kind of just lines like this. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess you could make it like this. Maybe I should have done that instead. Here you go. Same thing as we did with the body, except upside down. I apologize, you guys. I just realized that it looks better that way. Okay. Now here you got the heel. Looks like that. Okay, and then you got the sole at the bottom. Looks like this, and then here we've got that line, and then line going across, and then scales. There. Now again, you guys, there's a lot more details to this. But, you know, trying to make it a little bit easier because it is a pretty difficult drawing. Okay, there we are. Now, last thing are the forearms. I'm going to start with this one here. Again, lots of details in this one, but we're going to simplify it. Okay, I'm going to start by drawing this line right here for the wrist. Okay, and then imagine, okay, I'm going to draw a line going like this. This goes out like this, so it flares out. And then there's going to be a second one that sort of flares out this way. And then goes thin again. Okay, and then a third one comes out like this. And then a fourth one just goes like that. Okay, so it kind of creates like this wave. And then lines in the center of them. Okay, and then over here, same thing as here. This just goes out to the side. And that's it. Okay, and then one more line here. There you go. As far as the fist is concerned, we're just going to draw a curve here, and it goes like that. There's the thumb. Okay, this is going to be the index finger, and then it goes like that. Okay, there's going to be an armor piece right here. And here, just to keep it simple, I'm just going to draw two lines like this. Imagine these are kind of one on top of the other, kind of similar to this part here. But this one is going to be divided into four. One for each finger. Looks like that. And then padding for the thumb as well. Right there. Okay, that's as simple as I'm going to make it, you guys. It is a little bit more elaborate than that. Okay, and then right here, we've got our hand holding the trident. Okay. Divided into four, and you remember to make it so that you got the pinky as the tiniest one. So I'm going to readjust it, make the pinky small. Of course, shape each finger. Here is our thumb right there. Okay, and then each part of the thumb actually has, I'm just going to draw it like this, but it's more like armored plating on each finger. There you go. Same thing here. Okay, right here I'm going to draw the fat part. This is the fat part of the thumb. I'm not sure what that's called. And then here as well. There you go. So that's a fist. Okay, divide your gauntlet line right here. Okay, and then now these go out from here, flares out this way. Okay, again here, goes like that. Third one, and then the fourth one like that. So you got these four distinct spikes. And then from the center of that, going back in. There you go. And then zooming out, almost finished, you guys. Well, actually, you know what? Let's zoom into the trident head here first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make these lines a little bit more clear, make this a little bit more pointy, make sure that it's symmetrical. Also, there's like a little bumpy part right here and here, so you want to make those prominent. Okay, bring those into the trident and it curves like this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And then what you want to do is you want to draw a line going down the center of these. So, line going down the center here, all the way down this, the shaft part. Okay, and then from here, down the center, meets right here. go. Okay, right here, there's like this part that goes across. And then beneath the hand, there are these V shapes. I'm going to draw 5 of them. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw it down. Feel free to use a ruler, you guys. I'm not going to because I like the freehand look. Okay, and once you get to the bottom, there's that fish head look. It looks like a fish head. Okay, and I'm going to draw another one right here. So curve here, bring it to the point there, and there. And then that just goes right into it like that. Okay. A little line down the middle there. And I think that's it. Is that it? I think it is. For now anyway. So you guys, here is our Aquaman drawing. Let me just clean up my work area here. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's one of my longer ones in a while now. And I think it's pretty cool. I haven't seen Aquaman yet. I'm about to go see it later today, actually, so I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next tutorial. Take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at Draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out there. I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, commented down below, shared this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribed. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.